Got a little Marie Kondo there. Do activities that bring you joy. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Charlotte. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm posting new videos every week, so stay tuned for those. Also, if you haven't already, go follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Those are all linked in the description box down below. Today, I'm going to be doing a video on how to get involved in college, what kinds of things to get involved in, and how to kind of find your group of people and people who will support you while those 4 years are happening. So I am going to talk about 3 kind of activities that you should look for. One, more of like a fun, interest-based activity. A second, something that is more meaningful. And third, something that can help you professionally. So I'm going to talk about those kind of like 3 categories of activities. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm involved in at school and just give you a little bit of background in that sense. And I'm also going to give you tips about finding clubs and organizations on campus. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is go to your school's activities fair. So these usually happen once or twice a year. So at my school, it happens in the fall and in the spring, but you can always look it up and see how it works at your school. But this is going to be the main way for you to interact with people in different clubs, see if you're interested in joining them and getting on their mailing list or something like that, so you can be notified when they have meetings. So definitely go to these. Bring a piece of paper to write down, or like a notebook to write down what you're signing up for so you can expect those emails. These activity fairs also give you a great opportunity to ask members of the organizations different questions and gauge your interest and see if you really want to go through with joining that club. I think a big thing about freshman year when you start college, there's a big push to join a lot of stuff. And you really want to have this great freshman experience. You want to meet tons of new people so you can sign up for everything. But then later on, this can get really overwhelming. You can feel like you aren't giving yourself enough time to do homework or hang out with people, or you're not devoting enough of your time to these clubs. So make sure you can start broad, but you are narrowing it down and focusing on what you're really happy with and what you're excited to participate in. So the first thing that I think you should look for when at a club or activity fair is something you're really interested in and something fun that would prove to be a good outlet for you when school can become stressful or you're just, you're not in a good place. This activity would be a good outlet for you in that regard. So for me personally, I kind of took what I was involved with in high school and wanted to continue it in college. In high school, middle school, all throughout those years, I was involved in music. I play the flute and the piccolo, and I dabbled in cello, but it wasn't really something I did for a long time. So mostly flute and piccolo. I was in band and orchestra and wind ensemble. So when going to college, I approached the Penn band and joined, and I've loved every second of it. I've really found my family of people here in this group. It makes me happy going to band, and now I'm really confident that this can be a great outlet for me. Like, so when I'm stressed or, schoolwork is kind of piling up, I can take a step back, go to band, and kind of leave everything at the door. I don't have to stress or worry when I'm playing music with my friends. So that was a really good activity that I found. I definitely recommend picking something that made you really happy in high school or any of the years before college, and trying to find an organization at your campus that can allow you to continue this passion, as well as help you find people that are also passionate about it, because those people oftentimes down the road will become your friends. That is what happened to me with band. The second thing that you should look for when going to an activities fair are the types of organizations that have a more community service, volunteer justice kind of component, because you want to make sure you're also doing something that enables you to give back to the community, but also you're happy with it. You're excited to go. You don't want to just be like, oh, I'm doing this because I should with the community service. You want to be able to do something that's fun for you, but also lets you do good. For me, on campus, there is a nursing community service organization. So already I was like, oh my gosh, like I love doing community service. I love helping people, but I also really love nursing, so this combined it. And then I was actually able to read to babies and teach parents discharge information at a local hospital through this community service organization. So even more, that was something that I'm interested in, because if you haven't seen my why I chose to go to nursing school story time type video, I'll link that here, but I talk about how I want to be a neonatal nurse. So, going and being exposed to the NICU from, freshman year, I was just so happy, and I was able to help others and use my time in a beneficial way through that organization. So I think going to these activities fairs and looking for these kind of organizations can be extremely beneficial to you and ultimately the community that you're giving back to. There's tons, you might not be aware of all the opportunities there are to give back, but whether it be a social justice club or a club where you go and, teach or help educate people in the community or hand out meals or anything like that. They're all so beneficial in so many ways. I can't even start. Community service and just helping others is so rewarding, and it really just it betters yourself, and will give you the opportunity to look at something outside of your classes. My last kind of thing you should look for while at an activities fair is something that can help you professionally or in your chosen career. So there's a lot of different clubs, specifically at Penn, that are pre-professional organizations. And some of them are really, really helpful, and some of them are just not great and ultimately can cause more competition between its members and things like that. So I think finding one that is really good for you and really makes you happy and isn't something you feel forced to do, that would be your best bet. So for me, I am involved in the Student Nurses at Penn group. We're just a group of student nurses. There are so many aspects of the organization to get involved in. I currently serve as a peer advising chair to help incoming students, but there are also community outreach opportunities, there are fundraising opportunities, and social events to meet other nurses in the school community. So I think an organization like this that can help you further yourself and be around people who have similar career goals is really helpful and can help push you to work and keep working at your chosen field of study. You can also meet a lot of new people who are in your career and can answer your questions and help you decide what are the best opportunities and what you should do as a undergraduate. So for the student nursing organizations, a lot of times there'll be larger events like conventions that can happen at the state level or nationally. And then not only are you meeting student nurses in your school local community, but you're also meeting student nurses throughout the entire state, and if you go to a national convention, throughout the entire US. So I have been to state and national conventions, and I have met so many cool people. I've heard so many awesome talks on different specialties in nursing and different ways to advance farther in the nursing career, and also about nurse leadership. So I definitely think if you can get involved in an organization like this, no matter what your major is, it'll expose you to different opportunities that can help you understand your career choice better or see the different opportunities available for, whatever you choose to do in life. And you might see that you were interested in something when you first got to college, and then once you started participating in this organization that you think it's changed a little bit, but that's perfectly okay. That's all that college is about, is finding yourself and figuring out what you want to do for the rest of your life. So take advantage of it and try to participate in a club like this. Ultimately, I just think this is something that goes for everyone. Don't do anything that you're feeling like you have to do to be successful. Because if you're, getting involved in things in college that you feel forced to do or that you are being pressured to do, and you're not excited about these activities, then it's not a great way to spend your time. Because like I said in the beginning of the video, you want to be involved in things that are good outlets. So when you're not spending your time in the classroom or doing homework, you're spending your time in a productive manner or with people that you like generally, or doing things that you like. So definitely don't sign up for anything because you feel like you have to, or you feel like there's some kind of pressure to be successful in that way. Just try to do things that make you happy and that bring you joy. So that is all that I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are going into your freshman year of college, or if you're already in college, that you'll find these tips helpful for finding some activities that make you happy and that you're excited about. And also these 3 types of organizations can help you find your people and find your community at college, and ultimately can make your experience better. So I hope you found those helpful. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what kinds of things that you're involved in at college. I'd love to hear them. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or agreed with any of the things that I said. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned because there are some awesome vlogs coming in the future. I am going on a little weekend excursion, so stay tuned, and I will talk to you guys later.